What is up, my wasteless wonder? Welcome back. Thank you for being here with me. It's been a crazy month around the world. It's been very productive for us at Wasteless World, but I just want to acknowledge before we get stuck into last month's sort of recap and this month's update, I just want to acknowledge that I appreciate that it's a pretty crazy time in the world right now. A lot of uncertainty, and it can feel pretty heavy. And I just want to acknowledge that, recognize that we're all going through this together. But because of that, I also really want to highlight how important, it's more important than ever right now, that we're uniting for good. And every little action that we're taking is from a place of love, not fear. Because we need more of that in the world right now, that's for sure. So I want to thank you for being here by us and supporting us in doing something positive. Just that one extra step towards a brighter future. First off, I just want to welcome is the better word, Victoria. So welcome Victoria, our newest Patreon member. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. Now, I just wanted to give you a quick snapshot of what my week looks like. So every Monday, usually I'm organizing the week. If I haven't already, I usually start Sunday, but then Monday's usually my planning and messaging and emails and stuff like that. And then that helps me sort of organize the week. Tuesdays, I've dedicated those days 100% to Wasteless World initiatives, the development of our team and structure. And so we've also, every Tuesday, we've now got a new space here in Australia where we're now able to actually reunion with people in person, which is something I've been missing a lot. We've got a great team. We're all working together around the world, but we're meeting up online. So having that human connection, which is so important in anything that we're doing, has been really nice. So we've got a space there. Wednesday and Thursdays have kind of been left open for potential work days. I am doing my best to get to a point where eventually I can live off the actions that I'm doing to help support the community and the planet, but not quite there yet. So I do have a few days open so that I can do extra work just to pay the bills. You know, the cost of living, thanks to things like the war in Iran, are going up, and so I just got to make sure I've got that flexibility in my life to cover at least my basic needs. But we are slowly moving towards more income streams that are going to now enable me to focus more of my time and energy on moving this and driving this project forwards. Of course, your support is helping to do that as well. We'll talk a little bit about that in a sec. Every Friday, CBC, Conscious Business Community, I'm working with Megan, and we're developing the Conscious Business Community. Obviously, this is sort of inspired around the Conscious Business Directory that we're going to be putting on the website, but we kind of took a step back and decided to focus on building a bit more of an agency to begin with that supports conscious businesses through digital tools and schools, teaching people, mentorships, that kind of stuff. And that will develop the community or the starting lineup of businesses, conscious businesses, that will eventually become the starting lineup for our Conscious Business Directory. And so really exciting news around that. We have actually brought on our first client. So we're actually making money through that project now, but it's only the first client, but it's just shown that there is a need for that. And we're excited about bringing on more clients and generating more income to support all the other aspects of the Wasteless World project that we're looking to build. The weekends at the moment, we're really leaving dedicated to the different markets. You know, sometimes there are markets on a Friday, but in general, most of our markets are on Saturday or Sunday. So that's with the Lionfish project, Pez León. Our beautiful jewelry is selling really well. And it's just an affirmation that we can turn a serious problem into a profitable business model that can then, in return, funnel the work that we're doing to protect coral reefs, support indigenous communities or coastal communities. And our end goal really through that project is to donate a large portion of the profits to the Wasteless World project as an extra income stream for us to support the global cleanup, plastic pollution solutions, and all the other stuff that we're doing with the Wasteless World project. So gives you a little bit of an insight as to what my kind of week is currently looking like. I want to get to a point where my Wednesdays and Thursdays are also 100% dedicated to Wasteless World and the Lionfish project, or essentially helping people and the planet. Of course, one way you can help to do that is invite more people to become a Patreon supporter. Purchase any of our merch online. We are setting up the Pez León jewelry e-commerce store. It's still going to be probably a few months away, but once that's set up, making purchases online. There's heaps of ways you can support us. It's not just financial as well. Of course, your time and energy, your resources, connections, all these sort of things. If you've got any idea that you feel could help support the Wasteless World project, please reach out. One of the biggest focuses, so moving on, what's been happening in the Wasteless World project? Well, one of our biggest sort of focuses has been really around the development of the core team and the structure that we need for success. This is something we've been developing for years, you know, through trial and error, and we're really excited at the stage that we're at. So we've been focusing on bringing the current team together in alignment and looking at the vision and structure and direction that we're looking to go towards when we register the NGO. So just to remind you, so we are a Panamanian foundation, but it really limited us, and now we're looking at opening operational arms around the world, starting off we're looking at either the UK as a base or Australia. Now, we're going to make a decision before the end of this month, March, as to which way we go down. At the moment, it's sort of looking towards, well, Australia is going to be quicker and easier to get set up. There are benefits of doing the UK, however, it's also something we can do later as well. So we are potentially looking at starting in Australia. We're just trying to weigh up the last pros and cons as to whether it's worth spending the extra time and money setting up the UK-based NGO as opposed to starting with the Australian one. But anyway, these are things to come, but that's been a really big focus this week. We're really at one point, we're kind of getting a bit stuck trying to decide on the exact location and technology of our next pilot project, and realize that what we're actually building first is a strong, aligned, passionate sort of task force, a team of people who, it doesn't matter where the location is or what the appropriate technology is, we will find it and develop it and help implement it along with other grassroots communities or partners within those areas. Like, there's one thing that we've recognized is that there are so many communities around the world that are trying to create solutions for plastic pollution or just waste in general. And a lot of these projects are just people who have just gotten fed up. You know, they're not necessarily, people who are trained or educated within waste management. And, it's more just civilians, business people going, what do we do to solve this problem? Because it's something that affects us all. So they've got that desire and that passion, but perhaps don't have the experience, the knowledge, the insights, the understanding of the resources that are available to them. And that's what Wasteless World wants to become. A team that comes in, a task force that enables an idea in a community to come to life, or an existing project to become more sustainable. So that's really what we're focusing on now, is what do we need to do to set ourselves up to be able to have a dedicated, passionate team, a task force that's able to assess communities and create or build a tailored solution for their waste problems. And so really excited about that. And we're moving forwards quite quickly now that we've made that clarity. But yeah, once we're sort of, the foundation's clear with the right people and the roles and commitment, then we can collectively decide where we're going to focus and implement the first solutions, be it back in Bocas or potentially another project in Panama. There's one in Indonesia. There's two in Colombia that are asking us for our support and involvement. So we've got a lot of options, which is exciting. But the first things first, get the team sorted. That's then going to be able to raise the funds needed to be able to dedicate 100% of our resources and energy into supporting communities in need around the globe. So that's brought a lot of clarity for us, but we're looking ahead to next month. We'll be turning all of this, so our vision, the constitution, and the strategy into a really clear and beautiful presentation, which I look forward to sharing that with you all perhaps next month as well.
Please send us a direct message if you're interested in joining our live presentation next month on the vision and direction of Wasteless World.
So what's been happening with the lionfish project, Pez León, our jewelry with purpose. So we've been focusing on securing our supply chain and also sourcing some really high quality connections and pieces that we need to be able to create beautiful but quality jewelry that's going to last a long time. We've been there building out systems to support wholesale here in Australia, which has been a lot of work, working out SKU numbers and variations and how do we actually sort of present a project online, not just a project, a product online where every single piece is unique because they're all handmade and made out of unique parts of the fish. So that in itself, setting up the wholesale line here in Australia, doing all of the photo shoots and working out the clear pricing models and all that sort of stuff is also going to help us with our online position, our online market, which we will be building over. We've already started building it, but hopefully we'll be able to get that out into the world within a couple of months, start selling online. People at the markets have already been asking us if we sell online, and so I'm excited to get that going. We did send out the next order of lionfish for our fishermen to go and hunt, which will be taking at least 500 fish, invasive lionfish, out of the Bocas del Toro region, which is, again, it's the second big order that we've done, and it feels great knowing that even from this side of the world, we're able to continue supporting the communities over there and our environment. I'll leave it at that for the lionfish project, but at the end of the day, the reason of course, Pez León directly supports our environment by extracting this invasive fish, but we're also, supporting vulnerable communities, which is exciting. But at the end of the day, this is a proven project that we've been doing for years now that not only does all these great social and environmental things, but it's also helping us to fund a large portion of the work and research and development of even Wasteless World. And that is, the goal is to continue to be that for Wasteless World. With this project, we want to get it to a point where it's making an absolute ton of money so that we can continue to grow the impact that it's having, but also fund the impact that the Wasteless World project is having and will have. Here's what we're focused on next month. So Wasteless World will be finalizing the core team roles and commitments, making a decision on where to register the NGO. I'll be bringing on a virtual assistant, which I've been talking with a few different virtual assistants, but we're at this point now where I'm willing to start paying somebody to help out with a lot of the online tasks, and getting the podcast back on track. Again, I'm just looking for ways to offload tasks that I'm doing, so I'm not trying to do so many things. Of course, there's people on the team that we're now getting more organized, delegating, but also looking at other ways that we can outsource a lot of the work that needs to be done so that we can focus, or I can focus my energy on doing just the things that I can do or that I do well. So yeah, that's going to be happening, and that'll help me get back on track with things like the podcast and whatnot. I'm not sure if I did mention one thing. I'm not sure if I've got it down here, but this month I did go on another podcast, and if you haven't listened to it, I'll put the link in the show notes. Some of it's I touch on some of the story of the past, but there's some really cool things in there. So check it out. That's the Mycelial podcast. In Pez León, we've been creating the wholesale. What we're going to be doing is focusing on creating the wholesale retail catalog. Continue with production. We're going to be organizing a photo shoot with models, which will go towards the setting up the online store and the wholesale and retail catalog. So last update, I talked about setting up a WhatsApp group for a more direct and intimate updates, just for the paid supporters. Of course, I appreciate every single supporter on here, but have to give that little bit more to those who are also giving a little bit more as well. It means a lot to me that someone, especially in these crazy times, willing to pull a few bucks out of their pocket to help move a movement forwards in a direction of something more positive. So that's what I'm doing. If you want to be a part of that group, and that'll be a place where we can chat more casually, a bit more behind the scenes, a bit more intimate, unpolished type stuff, but it's more of a direct contact. So if you're interested in being a part of that group, then if you're not already a paid member, please consider it. Even if you just do the smallest one, every little bit adds up. So to wrap things up, I just want to say, I know things can feel somewhat uncertain in the world right now. Scary even. And it's for exactly that reason that it's more important than ever, the actions that we're taking on a daily basis. Fear, taking actions from fear, wow, fear can paralyze us, it can freeze us into inaction, which sometimes is even worse than doing something. But it's love that's going to enable us to warm up and move through these cold times. So focus on love, on compassion. My mum always says, where your attention goes, your energy flows. And it's much easier solving problems and being a positive influence on your community, on yourself, your own mind, is if you're focused on the positive things. You're focused from a place of love and compassion. So let's try and do that, because every single conversation, every project, every little action, every single step towards a better future, doesn't matter how big or small it is, it all adds up. And right now we need more of that than ever. And what we're doing here at Wasteless World, it's not really about even waste. It's not about products, or it's not about systems. It's about us. It's about people, me and you. Connection, reconnecting with our environment, each other. It's about community and about being a part of the solution, choosing light over darkness, love over fear, regardless of what's happening all around us. So I just want to say thank you for being a part of the light in my life and helping me and the other people within the Wasteless World team to move forwards and make the world a better place. So until the next update, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Stay true, stay you, and as always, waste less and love more. Stay strong, people. I'll see you next month.